Here are the tools you're going to need today: eye protection, a respirator, a cutoff grinder, screwdriver, maybe a hammer, and a drill.
Remember to always smash that like button, definitely subscribe, and always share this with your buddies so we can bring you these great boat builds. Thanks guys, now let's get into the project.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I just realized that I forgot to do an intro for today's video for YouTube. So today what we're working on is episode 14, part 1. Today is Sunday. It is now evening. I've already done the work. Just got out of the shower. I am itchy still in my hands and my arms. But anyway, we've got a treat for you today. We got a bit of a surprise. And this is going to be a two-part, again, just like last weekend. I think that's how we're going to roll for a while. Anyway, today what we're going to get into is the seat pan area to make room for the brand new seats that we're putting in the Ranger Z20. So I'm in my two-car garage where the Viper boat has been for almost a year in dry storage, drying out so we could get ready to do the floors and the transom. What we're going to do is we're going to steel this seating area all the way up to here for the Ranger. So the problem is it's really dark in here and there's no power in the shop, so I had to buy two 50-foot cords and a shop light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this shop light right here. It's LED. It's going to go up in the rafters, and then that'll be part of this portion. So what we're going to do is the next shot you'll see is me hanging the hooks and then the chains and then the light and running the extension cords up to it. So then we can turn it on so we have some light, and then we're going to cut this out. All right, so I'm going to climb up in the boat here, and we're going to see if we can't get this light hung up, get some power to it, so then we can start cutting. If I fall down, 911. I'm just kidding. Okay, oop, I forgot the hardware all down here. Okay. Already missing the hook. Huh. Isn't that funny how that happens? Oh, there it is. I gotta remember there's no floor in this boat. I gotta be careful. I've got the Viper on Marketplace for $900. If anybody's interested in the Viper, let me know. The windshields are worth $300. I got both windshields. You can't find them anymore. Yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna put these hooks up for the light. Here. All right. Hopefully this light works. It's 5,500 lumen, so it should work. So what we're doing today is we're cutting out the seat pan out of the Viper to use on the Ranger. Hear that airplane? It's popping in the air, and I would not want to be in that airplane. This will give us light in the shop, which is what we need, because once we have some light in here, then it'll be decent. All right, so there's that. Give me a chain. So it's going to be pretty eventful today. These lights are neat. They have a plug-in on this end, and then they have the plug on that end. So you can buy multiples of these lights and just hang them. So if they work really good, I'm going to do a bunch of them in here because they only draw like 4 watts. So it wouldn't take hardly anything. You could run these on extension cord easy. Now theoretically this should come on. So let's see if we got any power. Yes, we do. Okay, well that was sort of successful so far, right? Well, it's nice it has this long draw chain on it, because then like when the boat's not in here, you can still have a light. And it's pretty bright. I'm pretty satisfied with that. That's actually pretty neat. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Plenty of light in here for filming now, guys. All right, let me try to get out of this boat without killing myself. Dang it. So what I forgot was I got a split Y. I'll show you. So I got this piece. so I can run multiple tools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down there, disconnect the one extension cord, and then plug this in. Well, that's a good light. That's going to be nice. I like that. Why is that fishing pole in there? I got a fishing pole in here? Huh. Well, we're going to have to move that to the house. It's always nice to find an extra fishing pole. Oh, that's a llama glass. That's not even funny. What the heck was that doing in there? Okay, now we got lots of light. I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this extension cord. So the light's going to come off for a second. Take this other extension cord over here. We're going to hook this Y up. So now we got the cord there, and now we got a cord for the cutting tool. So we're going to put that in the boat. Okay. I'm going to change the angle here. Wow, look at that. That's bright. All right, hopefully you guys can see all that. So now we got this light. That should work. All right, so what I was saying is I'm going to use this piece. I'm going to go make some measurements real quick. We're going to take some measurements of how much of this back piece, how high we want to come up, because if I only need to take, you know, 2/3 of it, then I want to leave this ridge here, because whoever buys this boat could just put wood, carpeted wood here for a seat pan for seats. What I'm after is this centerpiece, because I'm going to put rubber step there, which will be in the middle of the two new Ranger seats. And then this gives me a nice smooth base. I can gel coat this white and polish it. And then this will look really good in the Ranger. As far as that hole in the back, I can patch that no problem. And when we go to gel coat it, just cover right over. So anyhow, let's get with it. Let's check that measurements. I'll be right back. All right, we're back out here at the Ranger. I had this cardboard covering it to protect it from acorns and all that stuff. So we're after here. Let me pull this out. That piece there is like 16 3/4. So we go 16 3/4. It's gonna sit there, so we're gonna be a little short, but I could extend that 2 inches with some extra. But anyway, what I'm after here is the height. So see, technically, let me switch hands here. Okay, so technically, all I need really, because I'm going to make some pieces that come off of this hole here, that come down, and it'll have a stud that comes out of the fiberglass coming off this back piece. And then there'll be 4 knobs that are threaded that'll hold this seat pan down. So technically, I want to keep it about 1 inch off the tank. So we'll go 1 inch off the tank. And so that back piece, I only need back piece, that's like 1 inch. So I only need that back piece to be like 7 inches. I'll do like an L bracket that catches the back of that L shape. So if we go with that, let's see here. Switch hands again. I'm thinking is if we come at an angle, if we did it at an angle, it probably would be fine. Then I just put a ledge here. I think we'll be fine. So that lip will sit over this lip here. So I'm going to cut down the front a little bit so it has a lip. And then that lip will slide over like how this is built here. I'll build another one on the other side and it'll just slide over. And then the back will have a threaded, like a puck, threaded puck, like a knob from the top. It'll have 2 little that hold it still. So I'll bring some good L brackets off of here underneath, probably 4 of them across the back here, and we'll tie it all in. So there'd be four knobs. But you'll see. It'll all make sense soon, I promise. Okay, here we go. So we're going to measure this. So we only need 7 inches. That's basically right a 1/4 inch above this tape line here. So we're going to go a 1/4 inch above this, and then this bottom belly pan part is going to be, yeah, that's 16, exactly 16, but it has a kickback. It's got a 2-inch kickback, so this piece is going to fit perfect. So let me get this cut out, and then we'll go from there. That's all that's holding us. Hang on. Okay. A little more cutting. All right. Well, there's the fuel tank, huh? Well, the good news is we didn't hit the fuel tank. That's amazing. That's a good fuel tank. All right. So now, I'm going to clean that up real quick. If you're like, man, I can't believe he just did that to the Viper, it's okay. Because I left it nice and square where you could put 3/4 inch plywood, treated and covered with resin, and carpet it. And it'll be like, this piece is never missing. But on that Ranger, I want the smooth gel coat look. So that's why I took this, and it's already backed by treated wood. I'll even go back over this because I've got to do 2 seat mounts. But anyway, that's a good starting point for us, for the Ranger, and we'll clean it up, and it turned out really cool. So whoever gets this, you could screw your plywood to this and also down to the front here. So it looks really good. So we did really good. But that was easier than I thought. This part now is complete. And also now people can clean underneath here. You get all these, I had a squirrel that was trying to live in here. But anyway, now you have total access to the tank. You could clean it out, whatever you want to do. I don't know what this rubber hose was for. It was sitting under the driver's seat. But it's got wood in it. But anyway, cool. Plus it'll make rigging it a lot easier. So anyway, if you guys want the Viper boat, $750. Comes with the windshields and the powder coated blocker lids. But yeah, that went easy. I'm happy about that. Let's get these tools out of here. Hey, also while I'm thinking about it, you guys, remember when you're doing any cutting like that, there was some sparks. So you want to stick around, make sure you don't have a fire. So just make sure you're aware of your surroundings. And like I said, you want to make sure that there's no fires. So just, it's not going to kill you to hang out for 10 minutes because you'll see smoke if there's going to be a fire. Like I said, this thing is really dry from being in dry storage. All them sparks, and we cut through a lot of wood and made it hot. Like I can smell the plywood burning from cutting through it. But you just want to make sure that you're well aware that you don't want to start a fire. And that worked out pretty good. Well, I'm excited to go put that down in the Ranger, and we'll be doing that here right after I clean up this mess and make sure there's no fires. Remember, be safe, wear your respiratory. I didn't wear a respiratory on that, and I'm going to pay for it later today and tomorrow. And always wear your eye protection. Remember, that's shards of glass, guys, and that stuff does not come out of your lungs. So just be cautious, be aware, and don't do what I do. Famous last words. Thanks for watching that part. I don't know if I needed to include that, but we just did. There it is before we button it up. We still got to replace these 2 hoses. We're going to wash this out under here first. Those are supposed to be new pumps. So I'm going to pull them out and clean them next after we get the seat area finished. And we'll leave this open back here until we get that done. But this is all coated, so nothing can, rain won't hurt this. But I want to get all this cleaned out before we button this up, just in case. And it's easier to get to these hoses right here with this back piece out. So this back piece will be one of the last things to happen after the seating area is done. So I'm gonna do is pull this cardboard out real quick. I'm just trying to keep the acorns. The squirrels keep throwing acorns down here. I was trying to minimize the squirrel acorn account. All right. It worked for its purpose. All right, now I'm gonna head up to the shop and grab that seat pan. All right, we're here. I'm gonna try not to scratch the outside of the Ranger because I'm trying not to do more work than I have to. The way I have this planned is this should sit on this lip right there, like that. Might have to grab you guys off that tripod, show you what's going on. Wow, yeah, that's about perfect actually. I'm gonna have to make some extensions on the side, but for the most part that's exactly where it needs to be, and sitting on that angle makes it just right, you know. And then all I have to do, in fact the hole's already there. Let me bring you guys off this tripod, hang on. So what I'm trying to get at is I want to show you. So right where this hole is at, right where the hole is at right there, we'll do an indentation with one knob that's on a threaded keeper. So if I ever want to take the seats up, on the bottom will be two pegs, and they'll sit down in a hole, so this can't come up. And that centerpiece will have a knob, and it'll be just decent looking, you know. So if you ever have to access these fuel tanks, I'll be able to get in there and access the fuel tanks, which is good. So anyway, this bracket will come off, that other bracket will come off, because these will no longer be needed. These were for the old seats. So these will come off. This will sit over the lip here, and it'll rest there, and then I'll make some kind of a catch here. I'm gonna have to make the sides here, but the sides will come off just smooth, so I can make those pretty easy. Actually, I'm excited about that part. I'll just clean up the back side of this. What I need to do is grab a seat and see if this is gonna work for that area. I'm sure it will. So the next step is let me clean this up, and then let me go grab one of the seats, and we'll see if it'll fit in there. Well, that'll wrap it up for this part 1 of episode 14 for the day. I want to say a special thanks to all the people that have been watching the channel. I just got recognized at Home Depot, I thought, for my commercials for my work, but the person said, no, you're doing like a boat build series on YouTube. And I said, yeah. They said, yeah, that's this JFL boat build series. I said, yeah, I didn't know anybody around here was watching that. They said they just found it 2 weeks ago, and it transitioned. They played an episode where I was working on the Viper boat, and then it jumped to this boat of me buying it. So I apologize for switching boats, but this one's closer. You know, we have to start fishing in January now for the Bassmaster Opens. So we're really going to hustle every weekend on this boat. And the more viewers I get and the more engagement I get on YouTube, the more I can quit my job and just do the boat build series and just do the tournament trail on the Bassmaster Opens. So anybody out there, if you're a local marina, a marine shop, Richardson's here in Jasper, or say Fredericks out in Decatur,
If you have a Mercury takeoff or a Yamaha takeoff, as you can tell, I need controls. I already have the hydraulic steering, so I need the power plant back there. I do have an old Merc 225 EFI that I don't really want to put on the boat, but if I have to, I will. It does run. I need a trolling motor, I need electronics, and I need lithium batteries along with the charger. So if anybody wants to donate something to the channel, we would be glad to mention you on the channel, on our YouTube channel. As far as the wrap, we're going with 0 sponsors on the wrap, and I'll flash that right now. So as you look at this rendering of the 0 sponsors, you notice there are no sponsors, but if you zoom in really close, you can see the JFL logo really faint. So no matter what, this is a JFL boat build. So it will have the JFL logo so people know that this is the boat from the JFL boat build series. As far as asking for donations is because I don't have $40,000 laying around to buy meters, a trolling motor, and an engine, and a Bob's hydraulic jack plate. Bob, hook it up, brother. I would like a black Bob's jack plate 10-inch on this thing. That would be phenomenal. And then when we get the double blinker switches, gonna get a new steering wheel. As you can see, this one's all rusted out. That's typical of the Z Series Ranger. We're gonna make this stuff a little stronger so it doesn't bounce around. But there's a lot of things I can do on my side that aren't gonna cost me a bunch of money. But on your side, if you have something you can donate to this project, if you did a power swap on your boat, now you have a 4-stroke and you have your old 2-stroke laying around, I would sure appreciate it. If I happen to win a tournament and can afford a brand new engine, I'll give the motor back to you. But if you want to donate to the cause, if you have smaller Garmin units, you know, a 9-inch, a 12-inch, I'd be glad to put them on this boat. I want to run just live scope up front, and then I'm happy with side imaging back here, and I wouldn't mind running a Lowrance front and rear for the mapping and the waypoints. But if you have any of that stuff, I'd be glad. I'm looking for some controls that would match a motor. So if we're going to run Yamaha, I'm going to need a Yamaha control and Yamaha gauges. If we're going to run a Merc, I need Merc gauges and a Merc control and a Merc engine. Like I said, it's not that I'm begging for parts. It's just if you have them laying around and you don't need them, I would be glad to mention your business on my page. I would be glad to advertise your company on my YouTube page. And as it grows, I will continue to advertise for all the people that donate parts to this build. I will include a list of parts that I do need, and that will be posted at the end of this video right before the outro. Thank you so much for viewing. Please like, subscribe, and share this. The more you guys share this, the more algorithms pick up and the more popular this channel will get. All too many times I wonder, like, how is my channel not picking up more views? But anyway, it has to do with algorithms. The more you guys like this and share it, the more YouTube will pick it up and say, hey, wait a minute, you got something here. This guy's building the boat. People are liking it. And so let's just put it out there more often. And once we get to there, then we can get 10,000 followers. That would be the sweet spot. 10,000 followers to me would mean that maybe 3,500 people would watch the video every time I release it. Like I said, this is episode 14, part 1. Tomorrow we're going to dive into making this piece fit, making everything nice and neat. We're going to figure out a way to mount it, and then it will be ready in later episodes to start getting ready for the gel coat. The piece that I just put in there, that will be gel coat white, and it will be an insert that is removable. So if we ever have to get to the fuel tanks to change a sending unit or hoses, it's easy. We just undo the knob and we pull the piece out, and it'd be nice and neat. And these are the brand new 2024 Ranger Z Series seats. I got a sweet deal on these out of Missouri. I drove all the way to Arkansas to get them. Thank you to the gentleman who drove all the way down from Missouri down to West Memphis. I'm super happy with the seats. They match the boat perfect, and they are super comfortable. Yes, I fit right in here just right. I thought they were going to be too close to the steering wheel, but after sitting in the seat, they're not. And it's going to be really cool to sit with these. And plus, it makes the boat look newer. You know, like I said, these are off of 2024. They were a reject from the factory. So somebody at the factory has a cousin. That cousin sold them to me. I got a hell of a deal on them. They're brand new. They've never been installed. So I'm pretty stoked about that. One is missing a back plate. So if you have a Ranger back plate or know somebody how I can get one, that would be awesome. But as far as that goes, way better than what we had. And it's why I'm having to now build the seat pan, is because the Ranger seat itself was its own pan, and then it very crudely sat down in this hole. But anyway, we're going to make it nice and neat, and it's going to have plenty of clearance, and it's going to look really cool with these brand new seats. It actually makes the boat look newer, and once we get the wrap on there, it's going to look perfect. So anyway, I kind of photoshopped these seats in that rendering of the new wrap, so you gotta get an idea of what it's going to look like. So anyway, we'll have 2 meters up front, 2 meters in the back. We'll be way under the regulation. I think it's 55 inches. I think we're going to be way under that. I think we're going to have maybe 52 inches. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we're going to be way under that. And I got a lot of cool stuff coming out. And you guys are going to be shocked once the boat is finished. But again, thank you for watching. Please like and share. And I will see you tomorrow. So those of you that are interested in this boat, it just needs the treated wood put back in the front and the floorboards. Remember, I have all the lids. They're all powder coated aluminum lids. So you just need to put the floor in it. It's all dry now. It's been in here a year. And then the windshields, I got offered $300 just for the windshields. But anyway, anybody wants this boat, $750. It's ready. The transom needs dug out and redone. That's simple. Very simple. If you guys want me to do it, we could talk about a price. I could put the floors in it and the transom for a certain price. But this is a 21-foot Viper by John Story. So they only made 14 of these. So, and this is a dual console. I think there's only 4. That's not saying 4 in their existence. There was only 4 made. So it's really awesome. These will fit a 9-foot rod. These rod lockers are 10 foot long from nose. See, it goes way up in there, all the way back to the console. So this boat has a really, 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 really long profile. Almost looks like a bullet. Look at this. It's sick. But it's got that Ranger bottom. Got that Ranger bottom on it. So the sides are awesome. Just the top needs redone up here. And I already patched the cracks with the epoxy. But yeah, $750. It's got a great trailer. It's all tubular, full tube. It's not C-channel. So let me know.
You can join Brent at TikTok at Just Fish Lures.
Thank you.